So, good morning. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the extra edition of the Wasteless Monthly Cafe Talk in September. We have, after the holiday, we have prepared for you two Cafe Talk editions this month, and now we are with the second one. And the coffee of the day will be given by Caterina Rettore. She will talk about the CHORIZO tool. So from data to decisions, how the Chorizo visualizer supports food waste reduction action. Then, as normally, we have the testing notes, so it's time for you to ask the question to our speaker. And of course, we have a short Slido to collect the tip from you. And at the end, I will announce the next month specialties. So please, Caterina, now you can share and start your presentation.
Thank you very much. Let me share my screen. Okay, I think now you can see it, right?
Not yet, but I think it will start. Yes, now we can see it.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much and good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank again the Wasteless Coffee Talks organizers for the invitation. I'm Caterina Rettore, a researcher at the Department of Agricultural and Food Sciences of the University of Bologna, and together with my research team, we are involved in the Horizon Europe Chorizo project. Today, I present a web tool that we developed within the Chorizo project, and just to give a small introduction about the project. Chorizo aims at better understanding how social norms shape consumer behavior and business practices related to food waste. So by improving this understanding, we investigated how to help decision makers along the food supply chain to adopt more effective actions and interventions to reduce food waste. Okay, so to do this, we looked at food environments, which we define as physical, economic, political, social, and cultural contexts in which people make food-related decisions, whether, for example, eating at home, in restaurants, or in school canteens. What's important for our topic, so how food waste is influenced by social norms, is that individuals act differently in these different contexts. So the same person at home, at work, or on holiday may have different rules and social expectation influenced by different social norms. So this is why food waste behavior can vary very much depending on the context. To address these differences, we developed along the 3 years of the project, we developed two models, so computer simulations to explore these different dynamics. The first model is the establishment diner model, which is an agent-based simulation, which looks at out of home eating environments. Specifically, we will see it in a minute. Specifically, we look at hotel buffet settings, and let's say the outcome of the model is an estimation of the average leftover per guest. Then our second model is called home cook model. Is a micro simulation, that investigates how food waste is generated at the household level, focusing in particular on how purchasing and storing behaviors translate into food waste. For both models, we defined and simulated some what-if scenarios. What-if scenarios are hypothetical situations where we altered
Caterina,
Yes?
Caterina, I'm sorry, but something is happening. We don't see the slides. Or when you change the slide, I don't know if it's for me, but when you change the slide, I see for half a minute the black screen.
Oh, that's
yeah, it happens the same.
Now we are in black.
Yes.
Maybe I'll close my camera, so maybe it's better.
Yeah, or maybe start sharing, stop sharing and start again. Maybe it will load.
I'm really sorry about that.
Now we can see it, but
yeah, but it takes. Okay, I thought it's only me, my internet, but apparently it's for everyone.
no, it's for everybody.
Okay.
Let me share again.
Okay. Try
Okay.
now. I hope.
Let's try again.
Let's hope it will work. Yeah. Sorry.
No, thank you for stopping me. Yeah. So yeah, for this both our models, we define some what if scenarios, where so hypothetical situations in which we alter some parameters, so some characteristics of the model, to anticipate outcomes, food waste outcomes in our case, and test some alternative interventions. These what if scenarios allow us to forecast possible hypothetical futures, but they also allow us to compare the likely effects of different food waste reduction strategies. Okay, now I've changed my slide, so let me know if there are still issues.
Now it works. It works.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so for our models, as you can see in these slides, I'm not gonna go in details on explaining these graphs, but we tested 37 scenarios for one model, the establishment diner one, and then 24 scenarios for the second model, the home cook. So as you can see, this modeling approach gave us a rich set of scientific results, but also a challenge that we had to address somehow. So how do we communicate these results clearly without overwhelming people with technical details? Because our final aim is to communicate these results in a user-friendly way that can be understood also by the general public. So that's why we created the Food Waste Rapid Appraisal Visualizer tool, which is a web-based platform designed to make all these results easily accessible and, user-friendly. So the idea was to turn complex modeling outputs into something that different stakeholders can actually explore and use in practice. So while designing the tool, we had some target users in mind. First of all, policymakers and decision makers, of course, researchers, NGOs, so and other types of practitioner working on their daily life within food system. So industry professionals such as restaurant managers, educators, but also, of course, the consumers, which in the end are basically all of us. With the tool, the users can explore some ready-made scenarios at the household or at the hotel or hospitality level, and understand how different behavior interact with the context. Then our aim, idea is that users can take inspiration for campaigns or some operational changes. As I mentioned, no technical modeling skills are needed to explore the visualizer. But of course, we also wanted to keep researchers in mind. So as we'll see in a moment, the complete methodologies is available for the more technical users. So now, if technology supports me, I would like to navigate together with you the web tool to show you, in a nutshell, what it's about and how does it work. Okay, so now you should see the homepage of the visualizer. So
yes, we see it. We see it. Yes.
Thank you. So the first thing, the users can get an idea about what is the tool about, and then the first choice that they have to make is which one of the environments, so out of home or in home environment, they want to explore. To help users decide, we included a short description for each model. So yes, to immediately get an idea about what are the two models about. As I was mentioning a minute before, we also included a methodology section. So the technical users, researchers can also explore how the scenarios were created. And also for the general public, we also included a glossary section that helps users to understand key terms. For example, what are intervention scenarios? What do we mean with sustainability awareness, descriptive, and injunctive norm? So going back to the model selection, I'm going to show you just the establishment diner section, but the establishment diner and home cook interfaces are exactly the same, of course, with a different content. So by clicking on Explore, the establishment diner model page opens. And yeah, the users can start exploring a little bit our scenario. We have two main functionalities. The compare scenario, I'm going to start from that one. Okay, if you remember, before I told you that we have 37 scenarios for this model. So each scenario is defined, represented by a card in the compare section. And the cards are color-coded according to the amount of food waste that is generated in that scenario. So we have the green cards for the scenarios with low leftover amount. Then we have the yellow cards for scenarios with somehow a high amount of food waste. And then, of course, the red cards for the scenarios generating the highest amount of food waste. So as I'm going to zoom in, each scenario card summarizes some quantitative information, so the amount of food waste generated, and then the main characteristic of that scenario. If users want to learn more about the situation that led to that amount of food waste, we have included a narrative, longer description of the scenario. Here the language is, as I said, narrative, so straightforward, no technical terms, in order to make it really clear how what the scenario is about. So yeah, we have a scenario narrative description, and at the end of the scenario page, the main findings summarized in terms of what we learned from that scenario, what can be done. So what are the inspirations that can be taken from that scenarios, and then what can be done is both at the restaurant level and at the policy societal level. So going back to the compare function, we also included a filter because 37 scenarios all in a single page might be confusing. So if users already know that, for example, they want to explore only the scenarios in which the hotel provides guests with large plates, they can filter the scenario cards according to that parameter. Or, for example, if they want to understand what happens when customers have a low sustainability awareness, they can basically shape the number of scenario cards that are shown in this page. Then, if they want to compare two scenarios, we have included this compare button. So, for example, I chose this one and I don't know, this one. And here at the bottom right of the screen, they can see the scenarios they have filtered out. Okay, so this is the compare function. Then I'm going to go back to the main page of the model, and we're going to see the explore scenario section. Here we have included another visualization of how our different scenarios perform in terms of food waste. So we have this graph in which we can see how different scenarios are different in terms of food waste generated. So the red ones, of course, placed at the right part of the graph because they are generating more than 250 grams of food waste, and then the yellow and green scenarios more on the left part of the graph. From here, users can, for example, they want to see what happened in this scenario, which is the one generating the highest amount of food waste. They can click on the dot, the scenario card shows up, and from here they can go to the read more to understand a little bit more about the context generating the food waste. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the slides. Okay, so to wrap up, some take-home messages from the visualizer tool. The visualizer is simple but powerful because it turns complex behavioral models into clearer insights, more easy to interpret. It's a decision-oriented, so it is meant for policy makers and decision makers. And it's promoting change because it helps to identify leverage points where small shifts in behavior can significantly reduce waste. But most importantly, it is based on science, so it translates research into actionable knowledge. Some next steps that we would like to integrate in the visualizer, maybe in future project, is expanding the real-world behavioral data to improve the accuracy of our simulation. Then we would also like to use it in co-design workshop with stakeholders to collect some feedbacks, and why not also expand it to include new settings. So apart from restaurants and households, also schools, hospitals, or other supply chain nodes. Then, of course, we also see some potential with the expansion of AI, the AI assisted decision support. So, for example, automating scenario suggestion or real-time forecast for policy impact. Before closing, we of course love to hear your feedback. So if you want, you can scan the QR code and answer. I promise no more than a 2-minute survey to help us improve our future work. Thank you for your attention, and of course, if you have any question, I'm here to answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Caterina. This is very interesting. If anyone from the audience has any question, please turn on your microphone and ask. Jorge, yes, please. Jorge, we don't hear you. No. We don't hear you. No, still not. So maybe you can try to write in the chat your question, Jorge. No, we still do not hear you. Okay, you will write in the chat. I've understood. Okay, any other question from the audience?
If no one, I will like to ask
Yes, please,
something.
Sophia.
So, do you see any use of this tool directly by the users, the food services, the school, the caterings, the restaurants directly? Because from what I understood, this is more for decision makers. So they have the scenarios, they have the decision, what you saw, how you interpret the results. But can you see any use of this tool directly to give, don't do this, to be careful with that, something like that?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Actually, yes. For example, yeah, I'll make an example for the hotel environment, and then maybe another one for the household setting. So, by looking how the different scenarios are made, one important result that we had is that, for example, when authors try to how can I say, suggest guests not to take too much food on their plates in the buffet, one of the most important results is that they should not use provocative, so too impactful messages to ask the customers not to do so, but more positive, gently, with more soft language messages are more effective in suggesting a food waste reduction. So definitely that's one of the results and the insights that restaurant hotel managers can get. Then for the household setting, so something that we can all take from the model result is that again, it's not like groundbreaking, but having an organized fridge or pantry is kind of effective to reduce food waste. And these kind of results can also be taken, for example, by NGOs designing some food waste reduction campaigns. No? So what are the key points to address to help households to reduce food waste?
But I think I also have to continue with this. Are they getting this, how should I say, outcomes from the tool? Is there any place on this tool where it says for catering, please use this kind, or how do they receive this? Do you work together with them, or how do they get these messages?
You mean how do they know that in the visualizer they can get this message? So how do we disseminate the tool, or
No, how do you, for example, you said in the households, yeah, the consumer needs to
I
have a
think what
better
Luminita
organization
is
in the fridge.
asking
But
is
how do
if
they know
you
this?
if you already have the tool ready for that suggestions that you are saying. Do you already have the tool ready for that? Does the tool already does that?
Yeah. In the long scenario description, at the end there are
Okay.
the 3 boxes, and 2 of them are what can be done, and one can what can be done is meant for restaurant managers, so there they can get to the sites, and another one is for more general societal campaigns. So yeah, there are
okay.
But I
sites.
think it needs to have first an analysis of the scenarios that you have there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Jorge managed to put the question in the chat. So when you narrow down the scenarios by inputting the parameters, probably it will be useful if you could show changing which parameters will be most effective to reduce food waste.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I get the
I think it's
question
like, do you
or feedback, like how we can improve it in future work.
Yeah, like which parameter from the scenario has the highest impact
Yeah.
on the food waste? Like, is the plate size, is the awareness message? Can
Yeah.
you spot this from? I think this is what Jorge wants to say. Okay,
Yeah,
good, Jorge.
we can make it clearer. Yeah, that's actually true. It's a little bit difficult to, but the fact is that the like, for example, changing the plate size it works well in a situation, but not that well in another one. So it's also about the interaction of plate size changes with other parameters or other parameters.
It's not very simple, no? Someone asked you if you can share again the screen with the QR code.
Sure.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I will read the other question from Anna. Great work. From my perception, you simulated several scenarios to estimate food waste. Because you consider the in-home and out-home scenarios, this could be really useful as an app to users where users select their options and in the report, instead of giving them the card, give useful messages on how they could improve their behavior. Is this being considered? So I think this relates with the discussion that we had and Anna suggests also to have an app where people will get messages on how they can improve their food waste behavior. Okay, so I think now we don't hear you, Caterina, and we don't see your screen. So somehow, okay, now we see the screen for the people. So is this considered to have this app for the users that they will receive messages on how to change their behavior?
Yeah, it would be really useful, a great improvement. I think it will need not another European project, but like not a whole European project, but I mean, if we manage to continue our work, which we want to definitely, I mean, we are happy with the results. We know that we can improve it. So maybe in future work, yes, it would be useful, I think, no, to add some more. I don't know, direct and even more user-friendly tool, starting from this one.
Good. So yeah, many work to do in the future, Caterina. Thank you very much. Now we go to the Slido very fast. So Sophia, if you want to share the screen for people to give us the tip after the work we did today.
Here it is. It will be a fast tip, please, but please participate here. If I can move on. Okay, I can. So please scan the QR code or go to slido.com and put the code 5239135. I will go move on. You will have the scan and the code in the right side of the slide. So please describe in a word your take-home message. We really appreciate your engagement here. It's quick, it's just one word. Great. Okay, I think we still have one participant typing. I will wait for this one to get the 10. No. Only 9. Okay, so I will move on. So just now to finish, just rate our monthly Cafe Talk second edition so far. We still have
three editions.
Three more sessions, 3 more talks on this edition. Okay, 10 are here. What happened to the 10th one before? So thank you very much for your participation.
Yes, and as we said, we have only 3 more Cafe Talks left. And the next one, I already put the link in the chat. If you want to register, it will be on October 31st with Kohe. Thank you very much, Kohe, for accepting our invitation. So he will give us some insights on measuring the efficacy of intervention on household food waste reduction. So we wait for all of you to the next Cafe Talk in the end of October. As I said, I put the link in the chat for you to register and follow Wasteless for more and to stay updated with the last 3 monthly Cafe Talks. Thank you very much. Enjoy the day and